Morning, students. In the previous class, we have seen the types of directors, and we have already seen the first four types of directors. That is the first directors, rotational directors, alternate director, and additional director. So today we are going to start with the next three different types of directors. So let us continue and see what are the different types of directors, and let us learn more about them. So the first is the women director. Women director means a female director, and in particular some types of companies it is very essential that you should appoint a women director or a female director. So let us see what are those types of companies. Firstly, the concept of women director was introduced in the Companies Act 2013, where the government has made it compulsory or mandatory to have a women director in the board of directors, right? So whatever amount or whatever number of directors you have in your company, amongst that number one should be a women director or a female director. So as per the section 149 of 1, Rule 3, every listed company means the company who are raising the shares, the capital from the public or in the form of shares, debentures, or any type of securities, right? So that means any company which is being registered with the stock exchanges, reputed stock exchanges of India. So those companies comes under the listed category. So these companies should have at least one director as a female director in the board of directors. Secondly, every public company which is having a paid up capital, that is of share capital, that is rupees 100 crores or more, and also a public company which is having a minimum turnover, that means the company which earns in a year profit turnover, it should be more than 300 crores or 300 crores. So these are some of the types of companies in which there is a compulsion for you to appoint a women director, right? So the first is the listed companies, second is public companies with a paid up share capital of rupees 100 crores or more, and third is every public company having a minimum turnover of rupees 300 crores or more. Done. Now, what are the roles and responsibilities? So just like every other director working in your company, the same responsibilities are there, the same liabilities are there, the same duties and the same authority is enjoyed by a women director also. Whatever responsibilities the other directors have, whatever authority to sign the document, to give the approval, to participate in the decision making, to attend the board meetings, to get the notices and agendas for every meeting. So everything just like the other directors, same power is having with the women director also. Next is tenure. Tenure means the term of directorship of the women director. So it is nothing but whenever you are appointing a women director, that director is liable to be a director in your company till the next annual general meeting. So in the next annual general meeting, whatever director you are appointing, so every director is having a term of member directorship of 1 year in every company. Okay, it is same for every director other than managing director, right? So other than managing director, all the directors are having the term of their directorship only for 1 year. In every yearly the meeting, that is called as annual general meeting, in every yearly meeting it is decided whether we need to continue with the same director or not. So if we want to continue, their time period is being increased, and if we do not want to continue, we can terminate them and we can appoint them, whatever the situation may be, right? So The tenure of the appointment of women director is till the next annual general meeting from the date of the appointment, and can resign at any time whenever she wishes to go, giving the notice to the company. A women director can be appointed during the time of the company registration, that means while appointing the first directors at that time, or after the incorporation of the board of directors and the shareholders, or after when the company is formed. So after that also the women director can be appointed, right? So it is not always important ki as soon as you form the company you have to immediately appoint a women director, but after 1 year or within 1 year it is compulsory, it is mandatory to have a women director in your board. Next is requirements. DIN number, of course, every director number needs a DIN number. So, women director is also a type of a director. So, she also needs a DIN number, that is director identification number, and it is compulsory for any person, whether it is male, female, any person to have a DIN to hold the position of a director in any company. So the women director, first she needs to apply, if she is a fresher, she needs to apply for the DIN number by filling the form, and then she can, after getting DIN, she can be appointed as a director. Now, consent to act as a director in the form DIR 2 is required from a female director, okay, under rule 8. So consent means that she is agreeing to become a director and to act as a director in your company. So this point we have studied somewhere, where in the company formation, in the incorporation stages, there were many steps, remember. So in 6th or 7th step we have studied that we need to collect the consents from the directors that they are agreeing to become the director in your company, and that they should give this in writing. So that is the consent. So here also, while appointing the female director, we need to take the consent from her that she is agreeing to become the director in your company. Next is intimation in the form DIR 8 in the terms of appointment and qualification rules to 2014 to effect that she is disqualified under subsection. So in this, if she is qualified under any section, for example, underage, of course, insolvency, or lunacy, or any fraud she has been committed that is convicted by law. So if any of the disqualification is happening to that person or that female person who is applying as a director in your company, so in this situation, if she is incompetent to enter into any contract, so obviously she has to inform it to the company, so that immediately the company can take action, and they can remove her, or continue, or whatever be the provisions they need to follow immediately. So if there is any such requirement, or even if the women is clean chit now, but earlier she was having a past record of some legal frauds, or some cases or something file ups going against her, so in that situation she need to inform it to the company. The next is filing of e-form DIR 12 for the appointment of such women director in the company within 30 days of appointment with the ROC. So as soon as we appoint a female director or a women director, in that situation she should get 30 after the appointment she should give matlab the letter, or the form to the registrar of companies, because I have already told you, whatever a company does, whatever a joint stock company is planning to do, every documentation, every paperwork, or the proof of anything related to the working of a company should be informed by the company, by the directors, by the company secretary, and the auditors to the ROC immediately. The next is intermittent vacancy. Intermittent vacancy matlab when a female director comes and means gets appointed, and the old women director leaves the company. So between that time if there is a vacancy. Matlab, as soon as a female director is leaving your company and we are about to appoint some other female in our company, so between that gap or between that space, if there is a vacancy and if someone wants to apply, so obviously if some women is going and there is a vacancy, so there are people who are applying for that vacancy. So in case of any intermittent vacancy of women director, the same has to be filled up by the board at the earliest. क्योंकि women director के बिना these the three types of companies listed, public and a public company with 100 crore rupees share capital and 300 crore rupees turnover, these companies should not remain or should not be left out the board without a women director. So it is compulsory for them. So definitely they need to fill the position immediately. So not later than immediate next board meeting or 3 months from the date of such vacancy, whichever is later. ठीक है, मतलब as soon as your women director moves out of your company, she is going, so within the next board meeting, whenever the board meeting is happening, the board meeting is mostly happening within every 3 months. Okay, so whenever the next board meeting is still that time or a little later than, you need to appoint your women director. Okay, so as soon as it is possible, as soon as you get a women director, you need to appoint it. The position should not be vacant for a very long time. Next is penalty for non-compliance. If you are not following this rule made by the Companies Act, that these three types of companies have to have a women director in their board, in that situation penalty will be faced, and it is faced by the section 172. So the company, every officer who is delaying or who is not appointing or not letting a female grow in their company, so they are punishable not less than 50,000, but it can raise the bar up to 5 lakh rupees. तो 50,000 के कम फाइन तो होगा नहीं, 50,000 से ज्यादा and 5 lakhs तक भी फाइन हो सकता है कंपनी को and the officers, that is the directors of the company, who are not letting the female director be appointed in the company. So this is the penalty for non-compliance if you are not following the rule that you need to appoint a female director in your company. Next is nominee director. Nominee director is a director which is nominated by a group of people, mostly in the financial institutions. Okay? Financial institution means any institution which deals in the products of finances. जैसे बाकी की companies होती है, they are dealing in products, right? Clothes, furniture, mobiles, watches. So these are the products the rest of the companies in the world are dealing. But the financial institutions deal in the finance and the securities or anything that is related to the money. Okay? So whatever financial matters, securities, insurances, then assets management, then whatever securities like share, like and money markets or share markets related to any products of these. Now there are many financial packages also, like mutual funds, UTIs. So these are some of the things which are provided by the financial institutions, like banks. These also deals in finances. So these are some of the companies which is authorized to deal with a nominee director. So the nominee director is nominated on the board, मतलब उस company के board of directors में by a major shareholder like a financial institution to represent and safeguard its interest. So a nominee director is appointed in a financial institution by the investors because they want to safeguard their interest. Okay? In some situation, what happens? A majority of shareholders are voting for a certain certain number of directors, for example 2 or 3 directors to be in the board, right? But it is not always happening that all the directors, all the shareholders are agreeing on the same director and they want to continue with the director, right? So if the majority is appointing some director, ठीक है, so obviously after the appointment the director will also take care of that majority shareholders only. But what about the minority shareholders who were not agreeing with that director? So on their behalf they are appointing a nominee director, ठीक है, because they are also the owner, but just because they are in minority they are unable to appoint any director. So in this situation a nominee director comes in the scene, and this nominee director plays a major role by taking part in the management, by taking part in the decision making, right? And then these nominee directors play a major role in safeguarding the interest of these people, ठीक है? जब भी हमें किसी investors के interest को safeguard करना है, protect करना है, in that situation what does the investors or the shareholders do? They appoint a nominee director in that institution, ताकि हम जो बात रखना चाहते हैं कंपनी में, बीइंग द शेयर होल्डर हम नहीं रख सकते, बट बीइंग इन अ मैनेजिंग कमिटी थ्रू अ नॉमिनी डायरेक्टर हम वो चीज रख सकते हैं. तो बेसिकली अ नॉमिनी डायरेक्टर इज अ टाइप ऑफ अ डायरेक्टर जो कि इन्वेस्टर्स या शेयर होल्डर्स अपॉइंट करते हैं उस कंपनी में या फिर उस फाइनेंशियल कंपनी में जिसमें उन्होंने पैसा लगाया है, ताकि उनके पैसे सेफ रहे, उनका जो भी कंपनी से मतलब बनता है, इंटरेस्ट बनता है, डिविडेंड बनता है, रिटर्न्स बनते हैं, वो उनको सही सलामत मिले. क्यों? क्योंकि उनके अपॉइंट किया गया डायरेक्टर उस बोर्ड में बैठा है, उस बोर्ड में है. सो वट एवर डिसीजन विल बी टेकन, सो दैट नॉमिनी डायरेक्टर कैन एक्ट एज अ प्रोटेक्टर ऑफ आवर डिसीजंस एंड आवर मनी, एंड ही कैन टेक द डिसीजंस इन फेवर ऑफ दैट पीपल, दैट नंबर ऑफ पीपल who have appointed that nominee director. ठीक है? So this is a very new concept, and this concept was being introduced to protect and to safeguard the interest of some people who are not in majority, but being the shareholder and being the investor in that company, they also have the equal rights, right? So in that situation this nominee director plays a very very major role. The examples are Unit Trust of India. Unit Trust of India is a financial institution which regulates the decision making of the people in assets management. Whatever assets, whatever securities the people own, जैसे मेरे पास shares है, right? या फिर मैंने money markets में invest करना है, मैंने mutual funds में invest करना है, so that asset management thing is helped and taken care of by this UTI. So the UTI is a financial institution which helps the people in providing security to their assets, to their securities they own, and hence these financial institutions want to spread a message that whatever the investors are planning to invest, or whatever money they are investing into another company, it is protected by us, if you, of course, if you join them or if you buy their packages of whatever financial services they are providing. Then LIC life insurance everyone knows. Then there is FSCs. FSCs is Securities and Futures Commission. It is a Hong Kong based company which is providing the safeguard, or which is providing the security to the people who are investing their money into the money markets. तो money markets के जैसे share market का products क्या क्या होते हैं? Debentures, shares, bonds. Similarly money markets के securities होती हैं डेरिवेटिव्स है, कमोडिटीज है, फ्यूचर्स है, फॉरवर्ड्स है, तो ये सारी चीजें होती है ऑफ मनी मार्केट। सो जब आप इसमें पैसा इन्वेस्ट करते हो तो इन्वेस्टर्स के पैसे को सेफ गार्ड करना, उसके लिए रूल्स बनाना, लॉज इंप्लीमेंट करना, दिस इज द वर्क ऑफ एसएफसीज, राइट? सो अगेन these are the three examples of any financial institutions, and apart from this there are many banks which can act as a example of financial institutions. Now, the person is nominated on the board by a major shareholder like a financial institution to represent and safeguard its interest. Apni opinions, if we have to keep it in any company, so being a shareholder, we cannot keep, but through a director, we can definitely keep and take part in the management equally. Nominee director is an individual nominated by an institution like banks, financial institutions on the board of companies where these institutions have some interest. तो जहां पर भी किसी भी फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन का फायदा बनता है, इंटरेस्ट बनता है, ये उस कंपनी में पैसा नॉमिनी डायरेक्टर अपॉइंट कर सकते हैं. The interest of institutions can be in form of loans or investment into the shares. तो interest जो बनता है इन लोगों का, ठीक है, the people who are appointing nominee directors. So what is the interest? The interest can be in the form of loans taken or investment into the shares. A nominee director acts as a license between the investee company and the nominator. लाइसेंस मतलब होता है कनेक्टर और कोऑर्डिनेटर बिटवीन द इन्वेस्टी कंपनी, मतलब जिसमें इन्वेस्ट किया जा रहा है, एंड नॉमिनेटर मतलब वो इंसान जो इन्वेस्ट कर रहा है, और एक नॉमिनी डायरेक्टर उस कंपनी में नॉमिनेट कर रहा है, दैट इज द नॉमिनेटर. सो द मेन एम फॉर द अपॉइंटमेंट ऑफ नॉमिनी डायरेक्टर इज टू सेफगार्ड द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ द बोरोअर कंपनी. जिस कंपनी से आप पैसा बोरो कर रहे हैं उसके इंटरेस्ट को सेफगार्ड करना, क्योंकि इफ यू विल safeguard the interest, so in that situation ultimately whatever returns the company is earning, you will also enjoy that returns. A nominee director is a director appointed to the board to represent the interest in the company. कंपनी का जो भी फायदा बनता है वो हम पूरा करा सकते हैं through the management of the company with the help of the nominee director. The appointment of nominee director is done by any law for the time being in force, or by agreement, or by state, central government, by its shareholding in the government company. So if you want to appoint a nominee director in a government company, so obviously you need to do the agreement with the authorities, and after that only you can do the same. A nominee director is nominated by any financial institution in pursuance to the provisions of any law for the time being in force, or of any agreement, or appointed by central or state government or any other person to represent its interest. So a nominee director is nominated by any financial institution in whichever institution the people want to safeguard their interest, means through the director he or she or the investors can want to monitor the management and the controlling of the board of directors in that company. In that situation they can appoint a nominee director and keep a check over the company, how it's working, and what is the planning for the returns, and what is the amount they will get, and whatever money they have invested, is it in safe hands or in safe company or not. Now, as per the rule 18 of Companies Rules 2014, it is the duty of debenture trustee, मतलब debenture holders, to nominate a director on the board of the issuer company. मतलब if I am the debenture holder of any company, right? For example, XYZ company, I have taken the debentures. Debentures are the type of short-term loans which are taken by the company from the पब्लिक. जब कंपनी अपने शेयर्स बेच के पैसा रेज कर लेती है, एंड आफ्टर दैट इफ द कंपनी वांट्स मोर मनी फॉर द बिजनेस, इन दैट सिचुएशन द कंपनी इश्यूज द डिबेंचर्स टू द पब्लिक, एंड Public also invests the money in in the form of loans, and it give loans to the companies because the loans the interest rate is much larger than the banks. And obviously if we want to come if we are investing in any company, the returns are very good, so the rate of interest is very good. That is why the people invest in the debentures of the company. Now if I am the debenture holder of the company, okay, so I am not the owner, I am the person who is giving loan to the company. That means I am the creditor of the company, right? So in this situation, how would I know how a company is working? Because the debenture holders are not called in a meeting, also they are not allowed to vote. So in what situation does the debenture holders will check or keep a control that whatever money they have given to the company in the form of loans, so is it working correct or not? Are the money which we have invested, it is safe or not? So in that situation, it is the duty of the debenture holders to appoint a nominee director, and nominee director can act as a representative of the people, of the debenture holders, and then he can check the working in the company. The nominee director is independent to the nominee company and does not hold any shares in the company. Now, whoever nominee director we are appointing, उस नॉमिनी डायरेक्टर के शेयर्स उस कंपनी में नहीं होने चाहिए, बिकॉज दिस विल अल्टीमेटली क्रिएट अ इलीगल एक्टिविटी एंड अ फ्रॉड बिटवीन द कंपनी एंड द नॉमिनी डायरेक्टर, क्योंकि the nominee director is here in that company to represent the debenture holders or the creditors, right? अगर वो अपने फायदे के लिए, अगर उसके भी शेयर्स आपकी कंपनी में लगे हैं और अगर वो अपने फायदे के लिए आपकी कंपनी में पैसा इन्वेस्ट कर रहा है, सो दैट पैसा इन्वेस्ट किया है और फिर वो नॉमिनी डायरेक्टर बन के आपकी कंपनी में आए, तो दिस विल बी टोटली इलीगल, वो टोटली गलत रहेगा। तो ये रिप्रेजेंट करेगा दैट द नॉमिनी डायरेक्टर विच इज अपॉइंटेड बाय द डिबेंचर होल्डर्स, इट इज he or she is appointed for doing any fraud activities or illegal activities in the company, क्योंकि उसका फायदा है, उसके शेयर्स लगे इस कंपनी में, उसका फायदा बनता है इस कंपनी से, अल्टीमेटली वो अपने फायदे के लिए काम करेगा, चाहे उससे कंपनी का प्रॉफिट हो रहा हो या कंपनी को नुकसान हो रहा हो, राइट? दैट इज वाई कभी भी किसी भी नॉमिनी डायरेक्टर का फायदा, इन्वेस्टमेंट्स, शेयर्स उस कंपनी के नहीं होने चाहिए, राइट? And next is a nominee director, like any other director, is bound by rules of confidentiality, ठीक है, of the private limited company and cannot share any information with his nominator. If the nominee director is appointed for a private company, अगर वो किसी private company के लिए appoint किया जाए, तो private company का सबसे important basic rule होता है to maintain the secrecy of the strategies of the laws and everything, ठीक है? तो private company को क्योंकि अपनी secrets maintain करना होता है और अपना चीज confidential रखना होता है, that is why private company never gives the shares to the public, क्योंकि अगर public के पास shares जाएंगे, वो company के owner हो जाएंगे, तो डिसीजन मेकिंग, कंट्रोलिंग वो ओनर के हाथ में नहीं रहेगा। दैट इज वाई प्राइवेट कंपनी के अगर आप नॉमिनी डायरेक्टर बन रहे हो, तो इन दैट सिचुएशन यू नीड टू चेक कि the people, the debenture holders, the creditors who have appointed you as a nominee director in that company, you will not disclose the secrets of the company. Only if the company is doing any frauds or misusing the money of the debenture holders or the creditors, only in that situation the nominee director is liable to communicate with the debenture holders. Otherwise, he or she do not need to disclose the strategies, the working pattern, the management of a private company. Now, what is the rationale for appointment of nominee director? मतलब how do you analyze कि what person you are appointing as a nominee director in your company? The first is to safeguard the interest of the nominee. That person should be well focused to safeguard the interest, the motive of the person who is appointing him. Second, The primary purpose of the appointment of nominee director is to represent the interest of nominators. So whoever is appointing nominating the nominee director for the board of directors in that company. So this nominee director should represent whatever the debenture holders or the creditors wants to express through the nominee director to the company, right? And safeguard the interest of the nominator. He should not, for his personal benefit, a nominee director should not take the risk or take the chances of the money of the debenture holders or the people who have nominated him. A nominee director monitors the activities, checks the activities, operations and developments in the investee company. उस company जिस company के लिए उसको as a nominee director appoint किया गया है, he needs to check the working and also the finances, how the finances are being used by the investee company. मतलब जिस company में पैसा लगाया गया है, that company is known as the investee company. Now, conflict of interest. The directors are appointees of the shareholders in corporate democracy. That means in a corporate, that means in a company, the shareholders are the people who are the appointees. मतलब उन्होंने क्या किया है, appoint किया है directors को as their representatives to work in the managing committee. Now, since a simple majority is needed to appoint the directors of a company, so the ownership of the company, if have variegated interest, then it is essential to safeguard the interest of all the stakeholders. That means a simple majority is required to appoint the directors. मतलब 50% से ज़्यादा भी majority अगर लोग ready है to appoint any director, so easily the director wins and becomes the director. ठीक है? But in a joint stock company there are so many stakeholders. Stakeholders मतलब वो लोग जिनका company से कुछ भी फायदा बनता है in the form of money. तो shareholders है, creditors है, debenture holders है, banks है, तो जहां से भी company ने पैसा लिया है और उनको रिटर्न्स के फॉर्म में कुछ ना कुछ कंपनी को देना पड़ता है, वो सारे लोग स्टेक होल्डर्स होते हैं. डन. So then the company needs to safeguard the interest of all the stakeholders. ठीक है, सभी के पैसे का कंपनी को ध्यान रखना होता है. So a lot of varied interest leads to appointment of directors by the majority of stakeholders. So different type of stakeholders, creditors, debenture holders, banks, different financial institutions, everyone can appoint the directors as their representatives, right? So the directors appointed will be more connected about the shareholders' interest and disregard the minority of shareholders' interest. So in that situation, every group of people who have appointed a director, so that director will take care about the majority of shareholders or stakeholders' interest. Means whatever decision is being made in the company, it should be for the beneficial और for the benefit of majority of stakeholders. ठीक है, ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर मुझे डिबेंचर होल्डर्स ने अपॉइंट किया है तो मैं सिर्फ डिबेंचर होल्डर्स के फायदा देखूंगी, बाकी शेयर होल्डर्स है, बैंक्स है, फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस है, उनका कुछ भी नुकसान हो जाए, आई डोंट केयर. ऐसा नहीं होता है. बीइंग अ डायरेक्टर, it is a responsibility that you need to take care of all the stakeholders and their finances. So therefore to resolve the issue, appointment of nominee directors is done. और इसीलिए इसमें कोई भी झगड़े ना हो जाए कि सब डायरेक्टर अपने अपने ग्रुप्स का फायदा देख रहे हैं, तो ऐसा कभी भी झगड़े ना हो. That is why the nominee director was being this concept was introduced, and therefore the nominee directors are appointed in the company. The nominee directors will ensure the majority of directors will not hamper the interest of the companies also particularly the interest of the nominator. तो ऐसा ना हो कि हर कोई अपने अपने नॉमिनेटर का फायदा देख के बाकी लोगों को इग्नोर कर रहा है, बाकी स्टेक होल्डर्स के पैसे को, फाइनेंसेस को प्रॉपर्ली मैनेज नहीं कर रहा है. That is why there should be an equal opportunity for every group of stakeholders, and everyone's money or the company's finances should be taken care very nicely. So this concept of nominee director was being introduced. Now there is a executive director. Executive director is a type of a director which we have studied about this director, and always we have seen that a director who is in the company for the managing, for taking care of each and every activities in the company, each and every functioning in the company, whoever people working in the company, so what are they doing, what is the work allotted to them, what is the work we need to take from them after the day finishes, then who are the people who are actually on leave, the people's salary, then the people, then appointing the people or giving them promotions. Now what is the different strategies to that will take care of the company ultimately in the financial way, and if we want to extend our company, so how will are we going to expand our company, our company's investments, our company's assets, shares, listings of the company. So everything related to the working of a company is taken care by the director, and this director is known as the executive director. This is also known as the whole time director, and executive director is the managing director, right? This is a full-time director which is there in the company. This director plays a major role in the working, to be present, to take care of each and every activities, to sign the documents, to demand for any finances from the shareholders, approve of the finances, to demand for the meetings. Every work is taken care by the executive directors. They are in full-time employment with the company. They work full-time. They can come at in the company at any time. They can work. They can check each and every document. Everything is taken care by the executive director. So they play a major big role in the day-to-day management of the company. So for all the practices which are being done by these directors, so that's why they are given some positions in the company, like CEOs, like marketing directors, finance directors, COOs, chief operating officer. So many posts are being given to this executive director, and this director, because every time present in the company and taking care of each and every activities of the company, this director is given very importance in the company, and this is the director who knows about every functioning, working and everything. So this is the director with whom the ROC, registrar of company, keeps in coordinating related to the documentaries, the documentation, filings, paperwork of the company. So this category is called as the whole-time director. They are in full-time employment. They play a big role, and means, yes, so everything is done by these directors in the company. Now what is an executive director? Now executive director is a senior operating officer, manager, COO, CEO of the company. And if the director is of non-profit association, so he plays a very big role. And basically the aim of the non-profit executive director is he or she takes care of the finances, from where we need to arrange the finances in the form of donations and all, so that our non-profit can work efficiently. The duties of the executive director are same to the CEO, that is chief executive officer, because I have told earlier that chief executive officer is again a position which is very well maintained by the managing director. The executive director is responsible for strategic planning, working with the board of directors and operating within a budget. जो भी budget होता है company का, within that budget he needs to do the various activities of the company. Executive directors are responsible for steering the organization and managing its operation, right? So whatever organization is doing, to take care of those activities and manage the strategies and imply them into the company. So this work is done by the executive directors. Now executive directors report directly to the board and are responsible for carrying out the board's decisions. So ultimately I have told you, a managing director is the representative of all the directors. Whatever the directors wants to do in the company, whatever the directors are to implement in the company, everything is taken care by this managing director. So managing director is the person who takes care of the functioning of the company, and every activity done by a managing director is ultimately the words or the things which the directors wants to implement in their company. So although an executive director is also involved in the day-to-day management of the organization, these duties must be shared with the chief operating officer. Chief operating officer means the person who looks after the every operation in a company related to any implementation of any plans, any policies, or any consents which which the company needs to complete, right? So executive directors of non-profit organizations are usually involved with fundraising efforts as well as the promotion of the organization in order to raise public awareness and boost the membership. The board of directors may appoint an executive director. In some cases, the vote must be approved by a specified percentage of the membership. So how an executive director or a managing director is appointed? Of course, in a board meeting, the directors, the candidates are there, and then you need to vote for them. It is not that you are taking out the post for managing director or executive directors just like the other directors. You are just picking out one amongst your board of directors and making that person a managing director. If there are 7 directors in your company, तो उसमें से एक या दो candidates खड़े होंगे if they want to do the managing, if they want to become the managing director of your company, and the rest of the directors will vote for it. वो लोग votings करेंगे, and after those votings, whatever person will be chosen on the basis of the experience, on the basis of the time he can spend on your company and the management, on the basis of the devote he is giving to your company, or the basis of loyalty or his performance. Even if he is performing very nicely, the decisions makings are very efficient and effective of that person. So in this situation, this person is voted according to the wishes, according to the will of the rest of the directors, and then that person is becoming the managing director of that company, right? So this is the whole case or the scenario of an executive director. So today we have seen a women director, a nominee director, and a executive director. Women director, everybody knows the 3 conditions which is important for a women director is your company needs to be listed. If it is public company, then your annual turnover should be more than 3 crore rupees or 3 crore rupees, and if and in a public company, if your paid up share capital should be 100 crores or more than that. Then nominee director, it is appointed by any group of people to safeguard their interest in the financial companies, and mostly it is done by the financial companies mostly ये करते हैं क्योंकि financial companies बहुत बड़े terms में पैसा invest करते हैं. शेयर होल्डर्स 1 या 2 या थोड़े से 50-100 शेयर होल्डर्स ये सब चीजें mostly नहीं करते हैं. Then next is executive directors. These are the whole time directors which does every managing activities in the company, and every management of the company, every strategy implementation is done by this director only. Thank you.